Okay, welcome to our fourth Pilates Mat Foundations class. We're going to review basic principles just again a little bit today. We're going to come lying down onto our back. So go ahead and come all the way down, feet on the floor, trying to find a nice neutral pelvis here. So I want you to again think about those water glasses, one on each hip bone and one on the pubic bone. They're all balancing right now with that natural curve in your low back. I want you to also think about your rib cage placement, so your ribs are also melting into the mat. Hands are just by your side. We're going to take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. On your exhale, breathing out through those pursed lips. Feeling that nice deep core engagement. Inhale, you're breathing into the front sides and backs of your rib cage. And exhale, abs are engaging. Your pelvic floor muscles are gently engaging as you're exhaling. Let's go ahead and take our hands by our side. On your inhale, let's just nod the chin forward, just practicing lengthening the back of your neck, and then exhaling back to neutral. So inhale, you're just lengthening the back of the neck, exhaling back to neutral. One more time. Inhale, we lengthen the back of the neck, and exhale to neutral. We're going to keep the pelvis neutral. I want you to focus on just flexing up at your rib cage. So on your inhale, you're going to first lengthen the back of the neck. So the neck is staying in line with your spine. Exhale, you're going to flex up, reaching for your ankles. Inhaling to hold, pelvis stays neutral. And then exhaling, we're just setting everything back down. So inhale, you're nodding the chin forward. On your exhale, the neck is following the line of your spine. You're trying to flex the shoulder blades all the way up off the mat. Inhale to hold, and then exhaling back down. Do your best to keep your butt cheeks relaxed. So your pelvis stays neutral, abs stay strong. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, we're reaching up. Inhaling to hold, shoulders are away from the ears. And then exhaling back down one more time here. Inhale to nod that chin forward. Exhale to flex up. Inhaling to hold. And then exhaling back down. Let's go right into some hip rolls. So we're going to start here in this nice neutral pelvis. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, you're going to imprint. So I want you to think about bringing your hip bones closer to your rib cage first with your abdominals, and then peel the spine off the mat one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, we're going to hold at the top here. And then on the exhale, using your six-pack part of your abs to push each vertebrae back down into the mat. So upper back, middle back, through your low back, through imprint, all the way back to your neutral pelvis. So take an inhale to prepare again. Exhaling to imprint. Then those glutes and hamstrings fire, peel everything up. Once you get to the top, keep those ribs knit together. Inhaling to hold here. And then exhaling to peel everything back down nice and slow. We're just working on some spinal mobility this evening. Take an inhale to hold. And exhale to imprint, squeeze, and then peel everything up nice and steady. Big inhale at the top. And then exhale, everything comes right back down again, all the way back to your neutral pelvis. Let's work on a little bit of our rib cage placement and our scapula placement. Take your fingertips towards the sky, shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, I want you to protract the scapula, reach your fingertips to the sky, and then exhale all the way through neutral, and then squeeze and retract the scapula together. So on the inhale, you're reaching up to the sky without elevating. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Again, inhale, we're protracting, reaching up. And then exhaling to retract, keeping those rib cage melting in. Last time, big inhaling up. And exhale to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now, I want you once just to let your hands pop over your head and just see what happens to your rib cage, right? I tried to put a light behind me today to see if you could see underneath here, right? You don't want to have space underneath here when your arms go overhead. So I want you to bring your hands back to this neutral position. Pull the top part of your abs in. So whenever we say knitting the ribs together, it's this top part of your abdominals pulling the part of your rib cage down into the mat. So when you engage the top part, the bottom part sinks in. So go ahead and take your arms overhead, but only as far as you can keep this space connected down into the mat. And then bring the hands all the way back down. Let's make a big circle now. So inhale up overhead. keeping the ribs melting, circling the arms. Now, everyone's range of motion might be different for where you can stabilize, right? So I can get pretty far back here, but maybe your circle is a little bit smaller. Let's reverse the direction out to the sides without elevating, back to center, and then to the hips again. One more time. Inhale out to the side, and then all the way up and back to that center position again. Good. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of some spinal twist again today. So go ahead and turn yourself onto your side. I want you to think about using your arm as a pillow, just like so, and then think about pelvis being neutral in this side lying position, right? So what naturally happens is this hip is going to want to sink down. So I want you to find tabletop with your legs where everything is stacked here, and then I want you to push this hip bone away from your rib cage. You may or may not have some space down here, but just be long on both sides of the waist. So this top arm is reaching forward. On your inhale, you're reaching your fingertips to the sky. As you exhale, I want your gaze to follow the thumb. So keeping your legs down on the floor, you're reaching that shoulder back behind you. Take a nice big inhale to hold. Keep that pelvic stability. And then exhale, coming all the way back around. Now the goal is to eventually get this arm to the floor, right? Now you might not be anywhere close, and that's okay. Take a big inhale up. Shoulder stays away from the ears. Exhale, we're opening. Your eyes are following your thumb. Inhaling to hold, abs are strong, and then exhaling all the way back down. So we're keeping this nice stability through our entire spine as we rotate. One more time, big inhale up. Exhale, maybe you can go a little bit farther this time. Inhale to hold, nice big stretch. And then exhale, engaging all of those oblique muscles to bring yourself all the way back to that starting position. Good, and you can just go ahead and push yourself up, roll to the other side. So thinking these nice tabletop legs are just shifting over onto the side. So your tabletop has just shifted over. Hips are stacked. Arm for a pillow. Lift through that bottom side of your waist. Arm reaches forward. Take a nice big inhale to reach to the sky. On your exhale, stretch and reach, keeping those knees connected to the mat. Take a big inhale to hold. And then exhaling all the way back down. Good. Take a nice big inhale up. Keep your hips stacked. Exhale, open and stretch. If we don't engage, what happens is things start to slide, right? So keep everything stacked. Inhale to hold. And then exhaling back down. Just one more time here. Big inhale to reach up nice and tall. And then exhale, open and stretch, stretch, stretch a little farther. Keep those knees down. Inhale to hold. And then exhale everything back down to that starting position. Perfect. Okay, we're almost done with warm-ups. Let's try a little breaststroke prep. So coming onto your tummy, taking your hands into that goalpost position. Legs ideally are glued together. If you want to have them just a little bit separate, that's going to feel better for the low back. Everything is just down towards the floor. So remember when we talk about the little chin nod when we're on our back, I want you to think about a little marble roll with your nose in this prone position. So the first step here, nod your nose forward, like you're going to nudge a little marble with your nose. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, go ahead and lift up. Your neck is staying in line with the spine. Big inhale to hold. And then exhale to bring everything back down. So on the inhale, the first thing, we initiate those shoulders. You nudge your nose forward. Now my neck is going to stay long as I lift up. Inhale to hold. And then exhaling everything back down. Your ribs are staying connected to the mat. Inhale, slide the shoulder blades down and back. It's okay. Exhaling to lift up. Inhaling to hold. And then exhaling back down. You want to prevent this tendency of being shrugged here, or your neck kind of overextending like this, or your neck kind of dropping down in this too far down position. Let's go ahead and move on. Take those hands alongside your body. Let everything kind of round forward in the shoulders. So now we're kind of protracted and rounded here. Take a nice big inhale to pull your hands towards your hips. On your exhale, we're just going to hover, reach towards your toes. We're strengthening all those back muscles. Inhale to stay here. And then exhale, everything relaxes back down. Good. Again, inhale, palms face the hips. Open the shoulders. Exhale to lift up nice and long. Inhale to stay. And then exhaling back down one more time. Inhale, pull those hands to the neutral position. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to hold. And exhale back down. All right, last one, you guys. Taking your hands to your forehead. This time there's no help from anything here. Our lever is a little bit longer, a little bit heavier. So inhale, pull the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, we're lifting up. Inhale to hold. And exhale back down. Inhale, pull the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, lift. Abs are strong. Back muscles working. Exhaling back down. One more time. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lift and hover. Inhale to hold. And then exhale everything back down. Hands come underneath those shoulders. Press back into a nice active shell stretch here. Scooping through your core, tucking your tailbone. And then we'll slowly come up into an all fours position. Let's try a little cat-cow stretch. We're just going to do the whole spine all at one time today. So take a nice big inhale, nice long back. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, spread those shoulder blades apart, pull the tummy towards the sky, big stretch to those shoulder blades. And then inhale to come back down. We don't quite go into full extension, just come back to neutral here. Then exhale, we're going to curl everything, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, spread those shoulder blades out nice and wide. And then inhale back to neutral, just a couple more here. Exhaling to scoop and round. Inhaling to come back down. One more time. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, scoop and round. And then inhaling back to neutral, right into our swimming preps or our spinal balance. Reaching the right arm and left leg, nice and long. And then exhaling down. Left arm and right leg, reaching nice and long. And exhaling down. See how slow and mindful you can make this movement. So reaching that right arm and left leg, nice long back. Sometimes there's a tendency to start to kind of do this and get sloppy with it. We want to think about reaching long from fingertip to toe, keeping our spine neutral as we lift and reach. Also, if you have the palm facing in, that can help your shoulder align just a little bit better so you don't get scrunchy in the neck muscles. Good, just a couple more times here. Last time each side, right arm, left leg, reach. And back to center. Last time, left arm and right leg. And then all the way back down. This time, let's take a nice child's pose. Bring your toes together, knees wide. Let everything just stretch back here. Take a few deep breaths here. All right. And then when you're ready, go ahead and swing those feet forward. We're going to try our half roll back today. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. You can have those knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Hands can come back behind your thighs. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, we're going to scoop. I want you to initiate this movement of your hips and pelvis, right? You're scooping, trying to bring your sacrum towards the mat, and then inhale up nice and tall, right? So exhale, almost like someone's punching you in the tummy. You're rounding and bringing that sacrum to the mat. Inhaling up. If you can, reach those hands forward. Exhale, we're going to scoop, scoop, scoop. Pull the tummy in nice and tight. Shoulders back and down. Inhaling up. Good. Exhale to scoop and roll it back. And inhaling up. Two more times. Exhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. Pulling the abs in. And inhaling up. Nice and tall. Last time. Exhale, roll, roll, roll it back. And inhale. Let's just go halfway up here. Stay on the back side of your sits bones. Legs to tabletop. Let's try some rolling like a ball. Using your core to keep the spine nice and round. We're going to take a nice big inhale to roll back. And then exhale, we're going to try to stay on the back side of your sits bones. Good. Inhale to roll it back. Nice little massage on your spine. Coming at the top, staying right back here. Good. Inhale back. And exhale up. You want to make sure you're rolling only onto the shoulders, not onto your neck. Inhale to roll. Can you keep that nice C curve in your spine? Good. Just a couple more. Inhale, roll it back. And exhale up. How slow can you go? Last time here. Inhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. And exhale up. This time roll all the way down with control all the way down to your back. And take one little breather here. All right. Getting ready to get into our mat work series here. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, we're going to imprint. So you're just going to gently lengthen the low back into the mat, not just jamming, right? Just a gentle lengthening. Right leg to tabletop. Left leg joins are going into our single leg stretch. So take an inhale here. Exhale. Ideally, we're going to be flexed up off those shoulder blades. Take an inhale to hold. Exhale, send that right leg out. Pull the left knee in. Inhale to switch and exhale to reach. So there's lots of variations of this. Tapping that knee, having lots of energy in the legs is going to be kind of the goal here, right? If you need to modify, you can put your head down, send your toes to the sky, maybe hug the knee into your chest, right? To make this more challenging, you're just going to be reaching those legs longer and lower towards the mat. Good. I like a little sniff and a blow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice strong core, tummy's tight. Make sure you're not pushing your abs out. You're pulling everything in. And make sure you find your level that's going to work for you this evening. Here we go, almost there. Press and squeeze. Here's 5, 4 more, 3, 2, and last one. Inhale, can you hold up a little higher? And exhale down. So I don't think I've done the hundreds yet. We're going to try the full hundreds today, okay? We'll test my counting skills. So we're going to come back to that imprinted pelvic positioning. Legs are tabletop. So head down and tabletop legs is always going to be the friendly place to come back to. The goal for hundreds, though, is to flex up here, send the legs out to that 45. We're going to pump the arms from the shoulder joint. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. So let's get ready to go. So it's an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Tummies nice and tight, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Pull those tummies tighter. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. You can always rest your head back down and inhale. Pump those arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good. Almost there. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good. You can always go to tabletop. Good. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. You can lower a little bit. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, exhale, exhale. I think there's one more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, pull everything back down. Whew, hundreds are fun, right? Nice job, everybody. We're going to go right into our double leg stretch from here. Go ahead and just rock those knees side to side. Stretch that low back out. We'll keep those legs in tabletop. Double leg stretches next, flexing everything up here back to that tabletop. The friendly option here, just fingers and toes to the sky. Exhale to circle. Inhale to reach and exhale to circle. Remember, the friendlier option is always to put your head down. When you shorten your lever, things are easier, right? Now, when we send our arms overhead, you want to make sure you're not popping the rib cage, right? So if we're up here and you kind of lost your rib cage connection, you see that space here? We don't want that, right? So you want to pull those ribs in and only send your arms and legs out as far as you can be stable through the core, through your thoracic spine, through your lumbar spine. Good. Inhale, reach. Now your intensified option, it's to send those legs longer and lower. Good. Big stretch and squeeze and stretch and squeeze. Almost there. We can do it. Last 3 and 2 and 1 more big stretch and then hold and then pull everything back in again. Right into our scissors. So legs to the sky, head can stay down. Intensified option is up. You're just going to send one leg down. Little reach, reach. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach. So this little pulse is trying to pull your pelvis out of whack, right? So your goal is to keep your pelvis strong. So if your pulse is only right here, and that's as far as you need to challenge your core, this is just fine, right? You can even bend the knee, put the head down. We're trying to resist the urge to let the pelvis shift. Right, so find your perfect level. Where ideally we're trying to keep this leg straight, and I want you to think about reaching farthest, as opposed to just yanking on the leg. You're reaching and reaching. If you can catch the ankle, great. If you're on the back of the thigh, no problem. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach, reach. Reach, reach. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Pulse, pulse, and switch, and pulse, pulse. Last two. And last one, and then good. Bring everything back down. If you have that flex band, we're going to do a little leg stability. This is going to be a nice friendly option to know where your foot is in space. If you don't have one, don't worry about it, okay? So bring one foot flat to the floor, other foot to the sky. You can also straighten this leg out as long as you don't feel too grippy in your hip flexors. So this circle that we're making with the leg is also challenging our pelvic stability. So we want to not let the hips rock and roll side to side. So we're going to take this foot to the middle of our body and then circle it around, kind of quick, and pause. So it's an inhale towards the middle and then exhale and circle. If you don't have the band, you're just doing this without, right? Inhale down, exhale, circle. Now the goal is you're only making this circle as big as you can stabilize, right? So if I'm doing this, but my hips are all out of whack, I've kind of lost the whole point. And this foot can also be flat. This knee can be bent if straightening the leg is just too much, right? So it's an inhale down, exhale center. One more time, inhale down, exhale center. Let's go ahead and take it the other direction. So we're going out to the side and then center, right? Out to the side and center. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Last time, inhale down and exhale center. Now, if you have that flex band, we're just gonna do a little flexing and pointing of the ankle with or without it. Just getting a little of that ankle mobility. Flex and bend, flex and bend. Last two. And one more, and then take a nice big stretch, pulling that leg towards your head. Keeping this opposite hip on the mat, take your foot out to the side. So if you have no band, you can just hold on to your leg. Good, nice big stretch here through that inner thigh. And then we'll take a little IT band stretch here, bring it through center, take it across the other side of the body. One more deep inhale. And let's take one little hip flexor stretch. Take that foot over your opposite knee, grab the back of the knee, take a nice little hug in here. And then we'll do that all on the other side. All right, when you're ready, take that other leg up with or without that band. We're going to take the leg to the inside first and then exhale back around. So only making that circle as big as you can keep your pelvis stable, right? So we're mobilizing the leg and challenging our pelvic stability. Inhaling down and exhale center. You can make it kind of crisp. Inhaling down and exhale center. Last time, inhale to the center and then exhale back. Go ahead, reverse the direction out to the side and then center, side, and then center. Good. Inhale, side and center. Last two. And last one. And then bring it back to center. Good. Go ahead and flex that ankle and point. Flex and point. Good. Breathe and squeeze. Last two. And last one. Take a nice big stretch, pulling the foot towards your head. Get a nice little hamstring stretch. Keeping your hip connected to the mat, taking that leg out to the side. Little inner thigh stretch. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Cross the other side. IT band stretch here. And then go ahead and release that band, taking that foot over that knee, grabbing that knee, little figure 4 stretch. All right, I gave us kind of a little break between ab exercises here. We still have a couple more things left. We're gonna go right into our obliques. So most friendly option here is feet on the mat, hands by the ears, left elbows coming up to the right knee, inhaling back down, right elbow to left knee, and then back down. So this is the nice friendly version. I want you to keep your arms out nice and wide as opposed to just kind of yanking right to the side. You want to keep everything open. Now, if you want to make this a little bit extra, you're going to take those legs to tabletop and bicycle opposite side. So a tendency I see on this one sometimes is a lot of this kind of wobbly through the hips. We don't want that, right? You want to have this to be a nice crisp movement. Inhale, exhale. So it's an inhale to switch, exhale to reach with control, side to side. Doing your best to have that pelvic stability and not being wobbly through your hips. Reaching and rotating from the waist. Good, press and squeeze, almost there. And press. Last 10 seconds. We just have that hip lift next. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Make sure you're even, and then back to center. Okay, hands by your side, feet to the sky. So the eventual goal is to not have to cross the ankles, keep your upper body totally relaxed, and then just start to lift the hips up and relax down. Now, I would suggest not looking at the camera right now when you're doing this. Keep your gaze towards the sky to protect your neck. If you want to cross the ankles, this is fine. Sometimes that helps to start to lift. I want you to try to lift and pause and then slowly come down. All right, so we're lifting and coming back down nice and slow. Squeeze and lift and back down. If you have the ankles crossed, go ahead and switch them the other way. Or if they're not crossed, see if you can pike them up a little higher. This is called jackknife. And then slowly down. Just try to give us things that we're going to work towards. Doesn't matter how high your butt's lifting. I just want you to really pull your tummy in and lift and squeeze. Good, keep going. Yeah, that's my 10-minute warning, you guys. Okay, keep going. Squeeze and lift. And squeeze and lift. Last 5. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, big lift. And then everything back down. Plant those feet on the floor, right in line with your hip bones. We're going right into our shoulder bridge. So we already did the hip rolls where we articulated the pelvis. This time I want you to think about a hip hinge. So hands are by your side, taking an inhale here. On your exhale, we're just going to lift the whole shape from neutral to neutral, keeping those ribs knit together, and then inhale to tap your booty back down. Exhale to lift, inhale down. So an intensified version would be to take your hands to the sky. Whenever you make the base of support smaller, makes it harder. Again, keeping your eyes to the sky, protecting your neck, squeezing the booty. As you lift up, make sure at the top you're not flaring the ribs, right? You want to have the ribs pulled in. The inner thighs are also engaging, so your knees, let me show you this from this direction, right? We want to not let the knees splay out, right? You want this knees to be in this perfect tracking position and not splaying out to the side, right? So it's lift and then back down. Squeeze and lift. Abs are strong. We're going to take it to a little single leg work here. 2 more times. Big squeeze and down. Shoulders relax. Last one up and then everything down. Let's go right into that single leg bridge. So take an exhale to lift everything up. On your inhale, we're going to slowly lift that right leg to the sky. Flex and lower to knee height. Inhale, point and lift. Don't let your booty drop. Flex lower, point lift. Now toe ball, heel your foot back to the mat, articulating through the foot, lifting on the inhale your left leg to the sky point. Flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, toe ball, heel back down to the mat. Good. Lift that right foot up, heel, ball, toe, reaching it to the sky. Flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, toe ball, heel back to the mat, nice and slow. Heel ball, toe lifts on the left leg. Flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, then toe ball, heel that foot back down. Take an inhale to stay here, abs nice and strong. Exhale everything back down. Let's take a nice little happy baby stretch. Flex those ankles, bend the knees, elbows to the inner thighs, just stretch it side to side. And breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and roll over onto our side. We're gonna do a little bit of side leg work today, just a tiny bit. So I want you to find this nice long line, then kind of pike your hips forward just a tiny bit. Again, pelvis is stacked, hips stacked. We're gonna take this top leg just to hip height. We're gonna flex it forward, 2 little pulses on the inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna press it back. So it's gonna be inhale 1, 2, and then exhale, press back. So what's happening here is this little pulse is trying to pull your pelvis out of whack. So only make your movement as big as you can stabilize. Right, so it's an inhale, exhale, press, inhale, flex, and reach, and press, back, good, 2 more, press, press, and exhale, back, good, last time, inhale, pulse, pulse, and exhale, press all the way back. Bring those legs back together. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of our clam today. So feet up, knees down. We're just gonna open here and then back down. So abs nice and strong, open and back in, open and in. So we've got the internal rotation going into that external rotation, open and squeeze, open, working those side booty muscles. Good. Nice and slow, hips are stacked. Abs are working just to stabilize your whole spine in neutral. Open and close, squeeze and breathe. Last 3 and 2. And last one, nice big stretch here. And then go ahead and slowly press yourself up. And do a nice little side kneeling bend prep today. So this top foot is in the arch of the bottom foot. We're kind of nice and close here, shoulders stacked over the wrists. You're going to take your booty, squeeze and lift your hips forward and stretch through that side body. And then exhale everything down. Just set that hand right on the knee. Might take a little bit of figuring out where your good position is. So it's an inhale, open the hips, big stretch. And exhaling down. If you wanted to make this a little bit extra, you could take those feet out a little farther, slide your hand out just a little bit. We're going to squeeze the inner thighs, take a nice big stretch and arc, and then exhaling back down. You can stay on the knee if that feels better. Inhaling to reach, nice big stretch to that side body, and exhaling back down. And then let's do everything on the other side. We're just getting a little taste of the side leg work. I know we just have a couple more minutes left here. So go ahead, come on to the other side. We start in this nice long line. Then take your toes just a little bit forward so you're in a little bit of a pike position. Abs are strong. Pelvis is neutral, so you're not scrunchy here. Top leg to hip height. It's an inhale, kick 1, 2, and then exhale, press and point it back. Inhale, kick for 2, and exhale, press. Remember, if you're going all over the place, this is not it. This is not Pilates, right? We want to keep our pelvis nice and stable. Kick, and then exhale, press and point. Inhale, kick for 2, exhale, press and point. So our pelvis is neutral in all planes of motion. And press and point. Just a couple more. Inhale, kick for 2, exhale, press and point. 2 more, kick. For 2, ab strong, exhale, press and point. Last time, kick. For 2, and press and point. And then everything back in. Go ahead and take those knees down and toes up. Again, pelvis still neutral. We're opening and closing. So you want to make sure you're not rolling onto your back pockets, right? Your pelvis is still stacked. We're just going through that range of motion through the hip. Squeeze. I want you to use all of your mind and your muscles to squeeze these side booty muscles. Squeeze and lift. And back down. Squeeze and lift. And down. Almost there. Squeeze. And down. Abs strong. Use that nice strong exhale. Last 3. And 2, abs working, don't get lazy. And last one, squeeze and hold, and then bring it down, and then slowly press up right where you're at. Take that top foot right in front of the bottom foot. So the side kneeling bend prep looks like this. You're just taking your hips, opening them as you stretch, shoulders stacked over the wrists, stretching through that side body, and then back down. Good, take a nice big inhale, reach, and exhale. If you want to take it a little extra, separate yourself a little bit farther apart. Squeeze the inner thighs, stretch and reach. And then exhaling down. Good, inhale, squeeze those inner thighs. Top foot is in front of the bottom. Stretching. And one more time. Big inhale up. And exhaling everything back down. Nice and easy. Well, let's go ahead and turn ourselves over onto all fours. Tuck those toes, reach those fingers forward into a nice downward facing dog. Pedal the heels. Bend one knee, lower the opposite heel down. I'm going to apologize now if my video cuts off, you guys. Good. Take another big stretch. We're going to finish with runner's lunge on each side. When you're ready, take that right foot forward. Right hand to the sky. You can always drop this knee down. Take a nice big stretch here. Reaching, looking up towards the hand. And then coming back down, switching sides, left leg forward. Left hand to the sky. Nice big stretch on up. Shoulders stacked. And then slowly back to center. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead and walk those feet forward towards our hands. Take a nice little forward fold stretch here. And then roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing back up. Reach towards the sky. Big inhale up here. And exhale, hands come back down. Let's do that again. Take a nice big inhale to the sky. And exhaling down. Last time, big inhale up. And exhale. You are all finished. Nice job. We will see you in the next video. Have a great day.